So finally, it's here. Prahlad, the last book of Narasimha Trilogy by Kevin Missal. And so I thought इस बुक का सिर्फ इस बुक का रिव्यू करने की बजाय आपके लिए पूरी नरसिम्हा ट्रिलॉजी का रिव्यू क्यों ना किया जाए. Hi, hello, namaste. My name is RJ Manjula and welcome to my YouTube channel. तो आपको बता दूं कि मैंने नरसिम्हा ट्रिलॉजी का रिव्यू किया है but not in detail. ये in my first video about Kevin Missal, which was about his books, about the kind of books he writes, and the video was called Top 5 Indian Authors in Mythology, Kevin Missal. And I'd mentioned about Narasimha Trilogy in that book because by that time in that video only 2 books had come out. So if you've not watched that video then please watch it now, जिसका लिंक आपको नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा और ऊपर आई बटन पर भी. So Narasimha Trilogy by Kevin Missal is the story of Vishnu avatar Narasimha and Prahlad, the biggest devotee of Vishnu. मतलब वो कहानी जो हम बचपन से सुनते आ रहे हैं, लेकिन इस कहानी को completely different twist दिया है केविन मिसल ने. So the first part of Narasimha Trilogy is called Narasimha. ये कहानी है नरसिम्हा की जर्नी की, जैसे कैसे वो एक सैनिक से, इंद्र की सेना में एक सैनिक होते हैं, वहाँ से एक महाअवतार बनते हैं. And it has always been said and believed that Maha-avatar of Vishnu is going to be Narasimha. But he wants to stay away from all this because he feels guilty of killing an innocent woman in a war against Asurs where he was helping Indra. और क्योंकि ये गिल्ट उनको अंदर अंदर इतना परेशान करता है, सो ही डिसाइड्स टू लीव एवरीथिंग एंड ही गोज़ अवे फ्रॉम वॉर, ही गोज़ अवे फ्रॉम हिज ओन पीपल एंड but finally he has to come back, and that too to face the biggest enemy of his life, हिरण्यकश्यप. और उनके साथ ही हिरण्यकश्यप के एक बहुत बड़े साथी जिनका नाम है अंधक, a blind but a shrewd king. Now on the other side there is Prahlad, who is Hiranyakashyap's son, and he knows his father is doing everything wrong, and उनके पिता जो है बदले की आग में सब गलतियां कर रहे हैं, सब गुनाह कर रहे हैं, और प्रहलाद कोशिश भी करते हैं उनके गुनाहों को ठीक करने की, और that's why he goes against his father's orders also sometimes, and he goes against the system. And in that process he's caught by his aunt Holika. And she is furious with him, and she decides to publicly execute him. On the other side, Narasimha is back with his tribe, and he tries to win a war against Andhak, and by mistake kills Prahlad's elder brother. And that elder brother's dying wish was to tell Narasimha that he should save Prahlad at any cost. But now on the other hand, obviously जो प्रहलाद है उन्हें publicly execute किया जा रहा है. Will Narasimha be able to save Prahlad? For that, the next part you need to read. So the second part of Narasimha Trilogy is called Hiranyakashyap, and this book obviously tells the story of a good king turned evil because he wanted to avenge his wife's murder. And that's Hiranyakashyap, of course. And this book has an interesting take on how power can corrupt people. This book, also talks about the fact that how Hiranyakashyap was actually a very good father. He deeply loved his son, and that is why he was deeply saddened and hurt by, Prahlad's decision to go against his own father. And that's why he decided to give the responsibility of punishing Prahlad to Holika, to his sister Holika. And Holika always hated Prahlad. But when she reads a diary, left by Prahlad, somehow she gets a hold of that diary. And then she realizes कि प्रहलाद जो है वो प्रहलाद को कभी समझ ही नहीं पाई होलिका, और प्रहलाद अपनी माँ के जाने के बाद वो प्यार होलिका में ढूंढ रहे थे जो होलिका कभी उनको नहीं दे पाई. And now this description of what exactly happens between Prahlad and Holika is very different from the original story that you must have heard. But it is very interesting. In fact, that is my favorite part in this whole series, the scene between Holika and Prahlad. The book also explores, Hiranyakashyap's adventures, his bravery in wars, his missions, and of course his downfall. The book also has a love story of Narasimha and tension, and how this love story changes him completely, and this change is not for good but for worse. और इस बुक में ये भी दिखाया गया है कि हिरण्यकश्यप का एक लड़ाई उनकी चल रही है, इमोशनली चल रही है अपने बेटे प्रहलाद के साथ, और फिजिकली एट अ वॉर लेवल चल रही है नरसिम्हा के साथ. सो क्या नरसिम्हा हिरण्यकश्यप को हरा पाएंगे? फॉर ऑल दैट यू नीड टू रीड द बुक. Now, this is the third book of Narasimha Trilogy named Prahlad, which takes the story of Prahlad forward, the story of a boy who's always done the right thing no matter what. और इसी वजह से वो अपने पिताजी के खिलाफ भी गए थे, और पिताजी की मौत के बाद वो अपनी बजाय वो राजा बनाते हैं नरसिम्हा को. And Narasimha, on the other hand, is even more powerful now, because now that he's accepted his destiny of becoming a Maha-avatar, but he's blinded by rage now. He's blinded by power now. He used to work for Indra. Now he wants to kill Indra at any cost. He wants to avenge the death of his loved ones over anything else now. और दूसरी तरफ अंधक हैं जो और भी ख़तरनाक होते जा रहे हैं. एंड नाउ दैट हिरण्यकश्यप इज़ डेड, ही इज़ नो मोर, ही वांट्स टू टेक हिज किंगडम. वो कश्यपुरी पे कब्जा करना चाहते हैं, और जिसके लिए उनके बहुत सारे जासूस ऑलरेडी कश्यपुरी के महलों में बहुत जगह है. इनफैक्ट सम आर वेरी वेरी क्लोज टू द न्यू किंग, और वो हैं हमारे नरसिम्हा. Prahlad always tries his best to make his friend and his idol understand that he's not doing the right things now. He's also becoming like Hiranyakashyap, but Narasimha doesn't like this anymore, and he decides to kill Prahlad. He actually gives orders to kill Prahlad, but somehow Prahlad escapes, and he's now looking for a sword, a special sword that was made by some sages back just to kill the Maha-avatar. The sword is so powerful that it can kill a Maha-avatar, and now Prahlad is looking for that sword. Is he the rightful owner of that sword? Was he the one destined to kill the person that he loved and admired the most, Narasimha? ये सारे सवाल आपके फाइनल किताब में जाकर पूरे हो जाएंगे. So Narasimha Trilogy is a fascinating read, and of course Kevin Missal has done an amazing job, and like always he knows how to keep his readers hooked onto his stories. But the only part that I found a little weak in his book, and in fact in most of his books, is the love angle, the romantic angle, the love stories between these characters, which are always weak. I mean, that spark is always missing, whether it is Narasimha and Chanchan's love story, or Prahlad and Dhriti's love story, but of course the other things like the action, adventure, story, everything else is superb. It's amazing. It's like a thrilling ride where on every page there are so many ups and downs, and it just keeps it's a roller coaster ride basically. And of course I would definitely suggest you guys to read Narasimha Trilogy by Kevin Missal. It's an exciting journey. And if you like this video, then please, if you're a book lover, share this video, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Till then, please keep reading and please keep smiling.